you want to avoid some of the biggest mistakes in interviewing history from some of the top hiring managers, then tune in, because today I'm spilling the beans on what hiring managers are saying is some of the greatest candidate turnoffs. Hello everyone, my name is Ellie at goforthllc.com and at @forth_LLC on Instagram. We are so glad that you're here. On this channel, we teach you and other job seekers how to land the job of their dreams the first time. If you're new, consider hitting that subscribe button below. We drop a new video every single Tuesday. We really just don't want you to miss a thing. So today's version of absolute candidate turnoffs, this is actually brought to you by a hiring manager in the creative field. Raise your hand. Any creatives in the room? Any creatives? Creatives? You? I simply asked her, what are some of the red flags? What are some of the biggest turnoffs? What are things that you see candidates doing that have such promise and yet they tank without even knowing it? So take this as a grain of salt because this really applies to the creatives in the job search. The first major turnoff that was mentioned was absolutely no interest in the industry that they would be creating for. The reason that this example came about is because this hiring manager had a candidate who was extremely educated, extremely well liked by the company. And this person was applying for a role in a PR firm that would be talking about music and movies and books and pop culture and things going on in the world in the creative atmosphere. This candidate was in an interview with 5 top executives. It was a final round interview. And one of the executives asked this candidate, "So, what do you like to read?" Do you want to know what she said? She said, "Not really much of anything." So then the executive then asked, "Okay, so you're not a big reader. Do you watch any television? Do you have any favorite movies?" She had nothing to share, nothing to contribute. There are 2 lessons in this story. If you are going to create for a company, for a customer, for a broader industry, and you have absolutely no interest, no understanding, no basis of that sort of industry, then why would they trust you to create for that industry? The second main takeaway for this is never just not answer a question. Make a joke if you aren't into music or movies or TV or reading. Explain why. Explain where you do spend your time. Explain what hobbies that you have. Maybe explain that you have this crazy challenge you're going on where you got rid of your TV and you burned all your books. I don't know. I'm making this up, but you get the picture. You have to be interesting at a certain level. So if for whatever reason the answer is no to all of those things, tell them what you are interested in. Tell them what you do spend your time doing. This was a major red flag for this particular company, and they ended up not hiring this candidate. The other major red flag or the other major turnoff is just a lack of interest in getting the position. Again, I'm going to explain with a wonderful example. There was a candidate that was interviewing at this exact same creative firm. This other candidate came in town for an in-person interview before the pandemic. And when they came to the interview, they never took off their coat. They kept their scarf on. They even came in drinking a smoothie. So curious. What this candidate was subconsciously telling the interviewer was, "I'm just passing through here." When you can give off this energy like you're not really excited to be there, even if it's a virtual interview, the interviewer is gonna wonder, if we offer this person a job, are they even gonna be interested in taking it? Are we wasting our time? You may think that this calm, cool, collected vibe is what they're looking for, No, do not seem nonchalant. Do not try to play hard to get. Do not seem uninterested, because that is a major turnoff. And lastly, a major turnoff for this particular company in a creative space was, honestly, generic answers about why they even want to be there or what they're doing in this field. This company that had these experiences that I've been explaining to you today is a PR and media firm, but they also focus a lot on other cities. And so they focus on travel and they focus on places and things of that nature. This hiring manager said that 90% of candidates are telling them that the reason they want to work for this company is that they love to travel. Oh, don't we all? Of course, everyone loves to travel, right? And worst of all, what you do at that company is not travel. They focus on travel. That's a part of what their industry is. However, the day-to-day roles of these particular professionals in the creative space, they're not traveling that much. This company wants to know that you love to create, that you like to be in Illustrator or InDesign or Adobe, or that you love colors and PR and media more so than traveling. Basically, think outside of the box. Don't go to the company website and just see the generic what they do or the people that they serve and say that you love that. And lastly, this is a bonus round. This is the #1 red flag, regardless of industry, regardless if you are a creative, having absolutely no questions to ask. Didn't we all know that was coming? I think we all knew that was coming. Now, I'm gonna shoot it to you straight. The reason that this is a red flag is because if you actually wanted something or you were interested in something, you would have questions about it, especially if you were going to be asked to spend 5 days a week, potentially 9 hours a day, working for this company. Now, if this is one of your greatest interviewing fears of not having questions to ask, you are in luck. I have linked our how to answer the question, what questions do you have, our YouTube video that we've already created to help you answer this problem. That was a lot. That was a lot of red flags. Are you guys feeling that? That's a lot of red flags. But now that you know them, you are in better shape, and I'm so glad that you stuck around to hear what this hiring manager felt were major turnoffs of candidates for the job search. If you're in the job search and you need a little bit more help and you need a job search BFF, look no further, because we are currently enrolling spots for our Get Hired course. We enroll spots every single month, and we have a discount code just for our YouTube subscribers. You can check that out below. It is also linked for you below. But please, as always, if you have any questions, reach out. All of our information is in the show notes as well. We can't wait to see you here next week when we drop our new video on Tuesday. And until then, go forth and please do not give these candidate turn-offs. Bye.